Joining me here prior to Monday Night Football, taking on the San Francisco 49ers in a home game in Mexico City on Monday night, is the three-time Defensive Player of the Year and perennial Pro Bowler, JJ Watt. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
I'm hanging in there. Let's just jump into it. How is KJ Watt doing? How's the little KJ Watt doing?
He's doing good, man. He's doing really well. Loving it. Loving life.
So you are, what is he, 4 weeks old now? 3.5 weeks old? Where are we?
Yeah. You got it. Good job.
You know, I come prepared.
It's impressive every time.
I appreciate that. I want to impress you, but in all seriousness, this is the first time you're playing football with fatherhood as well. I'm truly curious as to how that is working out for you so far.
It's great, man. It's awesome. It's, obviously, everybody always says it gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you, some extra added meaning to life in general. But it also, after Minnesota, we lost, and it was a tough loss. And, you're always tough on yourself after losses. But then when you walk in the door, and that was my first game after having Koa, you walk in the door and you get to hold your son and you get to feed him. Everything kind of goes away for a little bit, and it's just the greatest thing in the world. And then this week, obviously, we win. We're in LA, we win. I get to come home, and so when your bad days are bad, you get to come home, and he makes it all better. And when your good days are good, you get to come home, and he makes them even better. So it's awesome. And
it balances things out. I knew, JJ. I just know that you're a dad that gets in there, man. You are on diaper duty, right? You're doing the whole thing.
Oh yeah. My wife obviously does an unbelievable amount of the work while I'm here getting ready for games and on the road. But when I get home, I try and do my best to do the feeds, diapers, things like that. Try and take some pressure off her and get some good quality time with the little man.
I love it, man. That is so cool. And congratulations to you and your wife on that. And in terms of the football season, you just mentioned a big win against the Los Angeles Rams in L.A. How does one win just kind of change things and the mood around a team like that, JJ?
Obviously we haven't had the start that we wanted, but when you get a win on the road against a division opponent, it's always big, and it gives you that boost. It gives you that energy. You have a couple losses, and it's tough. The mood's a little bit different, but then you win, and all of a sudden everything is cured, and you're happy, and practices are going well, and everything feels better. So it's very difficult to win this league. So when you do, you got to cherish it, but you also have to try and build off it and continue that momentum, and that's what we have to do this week.
And then, this is your first of two games against San Francisco. So the division is still there. I know that you've already played Seattle twice, but San Francisco has an opportunity to take over this division this weekend, and you have a chance to just make sure that doesn't happen and hold serve. I'm wondering if this is something you guys are talking about in your locker room at all, JJ.
We understand the position that we're in right now. We understand that we've put ourselves in a position that's not the most ideal where we want to be, but we also know that if we play good football and we take care of what we need to take care of, we have a chance to put ourselves in much better position. But we can only control what we can control.
Yep.
And 1 week at a time. I'm going to see how many cliches I can fit in here.
That was two of them. Two of them.
All we can do is go out there, and when they roll the ball out, we play football.
Do you know how to say "it is what it is" in Spanish? You might need that for this weekend.
I've been working on my Spanish this week. It's getting there. I can survive, but I'm not going to be fluent.
Well, I could do that right now. I'm right in front of a computer to tell you about the "it is what it is" right now. Hold on a minute. I'm typing it in. It's S-L-O-K-S. I think that's that. There you go. S-L-O-K-S.
Yeah, S-L-O-K-S.
Yeah. we're getting we're getting hooked on phonics right here with JJ Watt prior to Monday Night Football taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And now, obviously, McCaffrey's in this mix. What are you seeing on film that he's added that now might ratchet up the degree of difficulty for you guys this weekend?
Well, he can throw the ball pretty well, apparently, so I've learned that. He's a weapon, and they have weapons. They have guys all over, and one of the most impressive things about this team is how they break tackles. And he's another guy that they've added to that mix who's phenomenal at breaking tackles, so you get him out in open space. He's very difficult to get down, so it's going to be up to us to make sure that we put them in tough situations, but then when they do get the ball in their hands, we all have to swarm and try and tackle them and get them down because they've made some highlight reel plays on making guys miss.
And in Jimmy G, what's the plan of attack here? Obviously, this is not your first rodeo trying to go put him down on the turf, but in terms of the past and what you're seeing now, what is that challenge, JJ?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously does a great job in their offense, and their offense works as an entire unit collectively together, and they do it very well. That's why they succeed. So for us, our whole game is just to try and make them uncomfortable, put them in situations that they don't want to be in, where they have to do things that they don't want to do. Now, obviously, that's what every team ever is trying to do, but that's our number one thing, is try and get them off schedule and kind of try and allow ourselves to try and put them in situations they don't want to be in.
I asked this question of another pass rusher colleague of yours you're going to be seeing down there in Mexico City, in Nick Bosa. Do you have any 2 cents on the field turf and the playing on grass as opposed to many of the non-natural surfaces? There's been a lot of conversation amongst bold-faced name players in the NFL. You're certainly one of them. Do you have any stance on this subject, JJ Watt?
I can say something wild if you want me to give you a headline, but my honest feel. Yeah. I mean, I can speak honestly with you on it. Please. I mean, if all conditions are equal and everything, it's a sunny 75-degree day, I want to play on grass. I want to play on good quality grass. I think everybody would choose good quality grass on a clear day. Now, once you get into wet, rainy games, you get into snowy games, that's when I'd personally, as a pass rusher, rather have good quality footing and be on a good, solid quality turf. Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to play on whatever the best possible conditions are to have a good, clean game. There are some turfs that are better than others, and I definitely think there are turfs that could be better. I think there are a lot of turfs that could be better. But like I said, if all things are equal and it's a 75-degree sunny day, 10 times out of 10, I'd rather play on grass.
JJ Watt here on Monday Night Football, Rich Eisen Show as well, getting ready for the Week 11 finale against the San Francisco 49ers. So before I let you go here, your belief in this team's ability to get in the playoffs right now from your current position and you having been on playoff teams before and what you're seeing in that locker room right now, and we're all wondering if your quarterback's healthy enough to play on Monday night when we're recording this. I'm wondering what your 2 cents on that subject are, JJ.
I'm always going to have belief in my team. I'm always going to have belief in my team. I'm going to have belief in our guys. We're going out there, we're preparing, we're practicing. Like every single game is a playoff game for us because that's what it has to be. With the situation that we're in, we have to treat it like that, and that's what we're going to do. So it all starts Monday night in Mexico City, and we have to go out there and do whatever it takes to get a W.
Okay. And, I never look for a headline from you. I always want you to speak straight from the heart.
Come on.
No, seriously. That's my
true,
wine.
But I am. I mean, I did see the Germany game, and I did see, there were issues with the grass out there. And there's definitely a difference between how grass is prepared for soccer games than how grass is prepared for football games with 300-pound guys, pushing on each other for an entire 3 hours. So they've had games in Mexico City before. I'm hopeful and confident that they will have great grass for us, and that it'll be a good opportunity. But I'd be lying if I hadn't asked about it already.
Okay, sounds good. That was my wind up actually for this pitch for the last question for you. At age 33, you got a little kid at home. Are you thinking about the end of your career right now, JJ?
I'm thinking about the San Francisco 49ers in Mexico City on Monday night.
Okay, brother. I'm glad to chat with you. I appreciate you taking the time. I really do. And let everyone know where you're registered. We'll fill up the Watt household.
No, I won't tell you because you're going to send some Michigan blue onesie, and I don't need that in my house.
Well, I was not going to even bring up this subject at all. But I still drink out of the.
For you, I wanted to give you a chance to gloat. When things are good, you should have your opportunity. Go ahead.
We didn't even play Wisconsin this year. We didn't even play them.
I know. It's probably right now. You guys got a big one coming up down the road. I'm actually looking forward to watching that game that you guys got coming up in a couple weeks.
Oh, I already spoke to Nick Bosa about that one as well. I bet. I'm talking with my chest right now. Well, look, we're the ones going for the winning streak.
You have a cool little coffee cup bet like you had with me?
You know what? I don't believe I put anything on the line like that one. I was a touch more confident with you a couple of years ago. And that cup, that mug that sits on my desk that holds Rich Eisen's tears that you sent me with you. By the way, you have a great photograph of you as a Wisconsin Badger. That cup is dry right now. There's no liquid in it, as you know.
Yeah, you don't have any. So hopefully, for your sake, there are no more this year. I wish you the best of luck in that endeavor.
And same to you in the endeavor on Monday Night Football, JJ Watt. Best to you and your family. Thanks for the time, brother.
Thanks, Rich. Have a good one.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.